Okay, so see, today we are going to discuss about a very important topic. It's a basic topic actually, that is the equations of equilibrium. This is just a review concept so that we can move ahead to more advanced topics. Okay, now we know that for a space structure, for a space structure, there are six equations of equilibrium. That is summation of fx equal to 0, summation of fy equal to 0, summation of fz equal to 0, and summation of mx equal to 0, that is moment, summation of my equal to 0, summation of mz equal to 0. These are the main equations of equilibrium. Now if you express this in a vector term, what you will get? You will get total summation of resultant force equal to 0 and summation of moment equal to 0. You can also write it in terms of unit vector, like f of r is equal to force in the x direction multiplied by I cap, right, plus force in the y direction multiplied by j cap. You know that I, j, k are called the unit vector, plus force in the z direction multiplied by k cap. So just name the equations. For moment, similarly, you will get moment in x direction multiplied by I cap, moment in y direction multiplied by j cap, plus moment in z direction multiplied by k cap. Okay, so this is z j I, j, k. So this is the basic equations of equilibrium expressed in the vector form. Okay, now see, if the structure is in a xy plane, then how many equations will be there? For a structure in xy plane, all of you know that there are three equations of equilibrium. But what are those? Summation of fx is equal to 0, that is force acting in the x direction. Summation of fy equal to 0, force acting in the y direction. And now tell me, what will be the direction of moment? The direction of moment will be in the z direction, because if you take a xy plane, force can be in the x direction or y direction. But see, the z direction, the moment will be always about a z direction for a xy plane. For a 2D structure, the moment will be always about the z direction. That is why the moment is about the z direction. The moment can never be around along x or y direction. Okay, so next one more topic is there, that is the free body diagram. What do you mean by a free body diagram? It basically means to know all the internal forces acting on a body. See, and the main motive for structural analysis is the structure must be in equilibrium under the action of external loads and reactions. Second, most important point, magnitude of reactions should be such that the applied loads are exactly counteracted as per the Newton's third law. Okay, now the free body diagram, that is, you have to break down the structure so as to show all the internal forces acting on the structure. Let us do one thing. Let us try to understand this concept of free body diagram with the help of a simple example. Okay. So, simple example. Draw the free body diagram of the parts of the structure by making cuts to the right of points B and C and show the forces acting on these cuts. Okay, now let us draw this figure. One figure will be there. Okay, draw this diagram. Suppose a structure is there, it is something like this. Okay, now this is a hinge support. Okay, now there are two loads are coming, P1, P2. Two loads are coming, P1 and P2, and from here there is a lever kind of thing. It is supported at point E. Okay, let us name it A. Suppose it is equal to B. This is point C, and the last is point D. Suppose this angle is equal to 30 degree. Okay, now it is given, this is the distance, so for this diagram you have to make the cuts to the right of point B, so that is one just after B and one more cut just after C, and you have to draw the free body diagram. Clear? Okay, so it is very simple actually. You would let this figure remain here. First of all, see, in the first case what we can do, let us make a cut just after the point B. Okay, so what you will get, see, at point A there is a hinge support, so this is R A along y direction. Clear? This is R A along x direction. Clear? So point A is over. Now you come to this force, P1 is acting in the downward direction, so it is as it is. Okay, now you have to go to the right of point B, that is P2 will also come into the picture. P2 is at point B. Okay, now what we will do, we are cutting this. So see, if you cut this and there are no support, so let us take it as a fixed support, and we know that fixed support has got three reaction components, that is y direction, x direction, one more is there, moment about point B. Now see, you have cut this to the right of B, so up to just the right of B it is okay. Now we will do the extreme right of B, that is it will continue, the figure is something like this, it will continue, this is a lever kind of thing. Okay, and suppose this is your point C. Okay, now see, at B we are cutting, so the forces at B must be in equilibrium. So see, RBX is acting in this direction, so for this portion of the structure RBX must act in the opposite direction so as to counteract the forces. RBY must act in the downward direction so as to counteract the forces, and MB must act in the opposite direction so as to counteract the forces. So this point B we are cutting, right? So these forces must be in equilibrium, equal and opposite. Clear? Okay. Now see, at point D, the support is at this kind of thing, at this point. Okay, so this is again a hinge support, so it is R dy R dx, and this is your tension kind of thing. Clear? This is the FBD with a cut next to point B. If BD with a cut next to point B. I hope it is clear. This is the point B. So at point B the forces must be in equilibrium. So let me explain once more. At this point it is RBY, because see, it is a, we have cut it, so just take it as a fixed structure. So at fixed we have three equations of equilibrium: RBY, RBX, and moment about B. Since we are cutting this, at this point these forces must be in equal and opposite. So this is RBX, RBY, moment in the opposite direction, MB. So this is the point B which is in equilibrium. Okay. So I think it is clear to all. For point C you can just write. We'll solve it in the next class. Okay. Thank you.